Oh no, not another campfire chat. Yep, that's what we got going here. Technically, it's just some weird guy sitting around a campfire by himself, talking to himself, loud enough to come through on the microphone on his camera, which is on his phone, but I'm going to call it campfire chats. Oh, so another day. I actually moved the campfire. For those of you that could actually see last night, it was kind of hard to tell. This is really bright because I built the campfire temporary, the first campfire ring that lasted less than 12 hours, right where I was going to build the structure I started working on today. So kind of a dumb move, but oh well. So I built one twice as big, a little deeper, if you can tell. Perspective, there's my foot with a 12-inch, 11.5-inch foot, probably a couple feet tall on that back wall. It's right past, it's only 20 feet away, but moving all those rocks seemed like it was a lot further. But yeah, just moved it right down 20 feet away from where it was. Directly behind me is where we're building our bathroom, shower house, storage, something or other, hut. I got the platform all laid out today. Got it all leveled today. Got everything put in place, but I didn't actually nail anything together. Not because I didn't want to, it's just I had some of my equipment at the storage facility. That's about probably less than 8-10 miles from here, but 4 of that's a dirt road with a trailer. It takes a long time, so I figured I would do everything I could without the tools that I needed. I had nails, didn't have a hammer. I had a power source, no saw. So I have a bunch of my tools up here that I left last time. We left here really in a hurry with the monsoon hitting, and my boys and I basically just loaded everything in the storage facility and just went home empty-handed. I mean, intentionally. So, but storage units open 7 to 5, and I'm not an early riser, so 5 comes real quick when you sleep until 9 o'clock. So when you got things to do. But so yeah, so I laid everything out, got everything leveled off. Literally, it's going to be about 12 cuts in the morning once I get the little chop saw set up, start nailing it together, and that platform will come together really fast, the deck, and then the leveling was the tedious part. I don't normally go directly on piers because I don't want to level them all off. I would rather do a pier with maybe a 4x4 riser, and then use your first board as a level, and level based off of all that, and trim off the fat, trim off the extra 4x4 that's above or below, or not below. Below would suck, it would just fall apart, but above that, so you just you level it off your first beam. So that's probably how I'll build our actual main structure. I don't know why I decided to go a little different on this one, but anyway, it was a little more tedious, no big deal. It's very structurally sound, or will be very structurally sound. It's over engineered. But yeah, so we got a little bit of progress today. Ran back into town, got almost everything I'm going to need to finish. Well, everything we need to finish the walls and put a sheet of ply around the whole thing. Then I'll go back in to town. I don't know why I'm really doing it in spurts like that, but I just in case I need to head out quicker than I think I do, I can stop at a certain point, not leave a bunch of materials here. But the plan is to stay through the weekend, get it wrapped, get an exterior finish wood on there, get a roof on that, and just basically have a dried in 12 by 16 foot building. So, and I'll get you some, I'm going to try, I'm not, like I said, I don't do editing. I don't really know how to do all that stuff. It's not that I don't want to, or I don't think it looks good. It's just challenged in that area. I've never messed with that. So I did a couple of short films today, and I'll do some more as I progress through that shed. And you either see 10 short films because I don't know what I'm doing, or you'll see one edited film that shows everything that's going on. So but yeah, so I'm relaxing out here. I got some snacks last night. I had pistachios. It's always fun to, I don't know, those are delicious to eat around a fire. Tonight I went for oranges and some dried apricots, and as much as that's much healthier, I'm really missing out on those pistachios, but I ate them all yesterday. So I thought I had a second bag, but I don't. I did find, I don't know what's going on with these. I don't see this much back in California, but in Arizona, the truck stops all seem to have caramel popcorn mixed with cheese popcorn. And the gal talked me into it last time I was out here and said, oh, you're really gonna like it. You'll be really surprised. Do you like both of those separately? Yeah, you'll be very surprised. And surprisingly enough, cheese popcorn and caramel popcorn in the same bag, although that's not how I'd make my plate at home. I'd separate those suckers. But yeah, mixed in the same bag, and you never know what you're grabbing because it's nighttime and it actually doesn't taste that bad. So cheese popcorn and caramel popcorn mixed together in a bag. But yeah, the fire's a little bit bigger. It was actually raging a second ago. It took me a while to get it started. I'm just using wood off the property. I have several dead trees, got probably 50 dead trees out here, ranging from 4 feet high to 20 feet high and 10 feet wide. So that won't last me a lifetime, but I'll definitely break those down and burn them. And they're just dead trees. They're not going to grow back, or they don't add a lot of ambiance in there, or any sort of real. I mean, I guess they're neat to look at, but some of them are, the one I have down here, you can barely see in the back. Yeah, you can't see the back right now. I mean, it's like a skeleton. There's nothing on it. Been dead for years. But yeah, this thing was stoked up about 3 times the size. I was 15 feet back to enjoy the fire. But yeah, so just relaxing after another day of working on the property. Like I said, I'm hoping by Saturday to have that 12 by 16 completely dried in. Metal roof, plywood roof with metal sheeting, exterior wood, some form of a door. I haven't figured that out yet. I plan on putting a roll-up door on one side of it in the future. Once we build an actual home out here, I'll make that into, like I said, just basically a storage, 12 by 16 storage, and it's actually perfect size, and it'll be stout enough to put some ramps on one side of it and a roll-up door and park one of our UTVs in there if we needed to, or dirt bike or something like that if we wanted to go into town and lock it up. But yeah, had a bobcat last night. I heard something maybe about 100 feet behind where I had the fire, and almost like a hiss. It was weird. And so I was like, why don't I go out and get killed tonight? I'm gonna go walk around the middle of my property. I don't know that well and don't know what's out there. But I got a pretty bright flashlight. It's like a 1500 lumens flashlight, so I think there's a pretty strong beam. And I do carry bear spray and other weapons, so I felt somewhat Rambo-like. But so I walked out the property, flashed the lights a little bit, and just kept seeing tons of eyes all over the hill. I'm going, it's like 40 things out there. What the hell's out there? I haven't seen like 20 animals at one time. The first day we looked at this property, saw a bunch of antelope, but not since then, and they were kind of small eyes. So I walked probably, I don't know, a couple 100 yards towards the hill in the back of the property. And then I finally saw a little rabbit jump around. Well, not a real, jackrabbits are pretty big, but there's some small ones and some big ones. So I realized most of those eyes were probably just rabbits looking at me. So no big deal. So then I see this other set of eyes, and it's moving towards me. When mind you, I'm out in the middle of rocks and cactus, so jogging was not a possibility, not a smart idea. So if it was a fast animal or a big animal, I'd be screwed. But I saw it kind of not going towards me, but going kind of flanking me, going to the left, and it was keeping real low, and it would pop its head up, and I could see the outline. I'd flash the light at it, and it would stop, and then it would blink its eyes here and there, and then the eyes would go away, it would just turn its head from the light, or it went low. Anyway, I could finally see an outline of it. It was probably 100 feet away from me it was above me on the hillside, so it wasn't super close to me. I mean, he had his distance, and he was checking me out, but I could see the outline look like a cat, like a big cat. Not a mountain lion, but like a bobcat or a raccoon size, but it wasn't a raccoon. It moved more like a cat. So anyway, I found a big old pile of scat out there on my way back where I originally saw his eyes. I don't know how to identify that. I'm not a scat expert. For those of you that don't know, I believe scat is poop. So it's animal poop. But he had a healthy diet. He had a lot of stuff going on there. It was quite a bit. But anyway, I think it was a bobcat. It looked like a bobcat. Didn't look like a raccoon. Had the outline of a thicker cat. I've seen tons of bobcats in my day, and I'm assuming we have them out here. But anyway,